where there are things coming against the church like we've never seen it before. And we're living in a post-Christian society because people are doing for the Lord. Well, we need to do our part to be light in darkness. And the churches that are not doing that are going to just but that's not what Christ is looking for. He wants us to be faithful.
He says some pastors avoid preaching in the book of Revelation because churchgoers may find it scary, but in his view, Revelation is ultimately comforting with this message that God is in control of all things. More information on his films can be found at McMahonfilms.com. This is SRN News. AAA says gas prices have gone up about 10 cents per gallon in the past week. Correspondent to your phone. Gas is back to $3.49 this morning.
Good morning.
Giant has not done enough to prevent that from happening. More details at SRNews.com.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Good morning.
Some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TrackPhone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TrackPhone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on. This is your wake-up call.
Thank you for answering the poll question. Good morning, everybody, so far.
See terms and conditions at TrackPhone.
What is going on?
Lisa Wolf to tell you that the 5-hour Hollywood 360 show and the 30-minute
Good morning.
podcast can be emailed to you every Monday.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
Radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360.
Weird Wednesday today.
Whenever you'd like.
We got some strange and unusual news, including an English singer-songwriter who married and divorced a ghost. I wonder if he ghosted her. Also, we'll talk about a Titanic 2 selling. They're still working on it. All your headlines, traffic, and more. Coming up this morning on this edition of RyanORadio Penitentiary. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. So what? Hey, everybody. Joe, what's up? Video game and movie. Oh, I bet he knows all. Oh, should have been in yesterday. I wish you would have tuned in yesterday. We did movie reviews. You didn't enjoy it. Thank you, everybody that's coming on and answering the poll question. Okay. Thank you. Poll question's going up. Wow. It is good. I love this first day of spring. How about you? Let's see here. Yep.
Bring you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone fried
Hope you.
chicken 31.
My first day is good. I hope your first day is good, Joe.
This is Art Soriano asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE.
Coming off camera, getting a little breakfast.
Struggling with their faith.
Sorry, everyone. Like, subscribe, and share. RyanORadio Penitentiary on 99.1 FM is on the way. My day is good spring. Good to hear. Well, that's good to hear. Wow, thank you guys for answering the questions. Everybody's popping in there, answering the poll question this morning. Wow. I want to try that prime, but I'm not really into lemon lime. Thank you guys. Like and share. Thank you.
Host of the Ron Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show.
Yeah, Justin, they've been working on it for a couple of years. There's a billionaire that's putting his money into it. So they're seriously talking about doing it. But I get the same mindset you have. It does go smooth, but I don't know. I mean, we do have better material in this day and time, but that was the best material they had back then, so.
Braves country, back again, the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The views and opinions.
All right, here we go. Oh, come on back, everybody that was on.
Its management or its clientele.
Oh, no, it's that time again. All right, everybody's on with us. It's time to get up, get out of them, and get out that door. You are tuned in to your favorite radio show, waking you up in style. You're in lockdown with me. You're in lockdown. You are in lockdown because it's your favorite RyanORadio Penitentiary. Listen up, Triple H. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only Ryan O'Neal, and of course, tell them I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide all over the shoutcast, shout it out loud across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. Hey, that's right, across that British Columbia, across the Jordan Communication and Family Radio Stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at 99.1 FM WQEE, home of news, inspirational talk, and Southern sports. It's all good. And we're welcoming you into Atlanta's very own 99.1 FM. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And to my haters, listen up to this. I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Welcome into it. Should be okay if they take a different route, says Justin. We'll tell you what we're talking about here in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, about Titanic, because previewed it on the YouTube page. We're all over our YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share. They get behind the scenes, they do, on our YouTube page. Behind the scenes. So we got I'm just gonna call him the GOAT on here, making a great joke. I can't say that on the air, but that's a good one. All right, good morning to Joe from Washington, USA. Is that state or is that state, or are you in Washington State? Or are you in the DC area? Justin, good morning to you as well. GOAT is on with us, and we'll get you. We got our poll question up on the page. We'll ask that in just a few. Headline news throughout the morning. Israel at war. We'll get you ready for all of that. Also, in some strange and unusual news, because it is a weird Wednesday. I know you made me say it last time. Don't catch me off guard this time, GOAT. The greatest of all time, my friend. Oh, here we go, GOAT. Somebody's going to try to pick on me. Pit Plus. You're scaring the neighborhood. I appreciate it, buddy. You're probably funny too. This is all about having fun in there, so do whatever you got to do. The other people go, no, I don't want to. He's going to let them, no. They have fun in there. And they all make fun of everybody. Mike Hunt. That's right. Mike Hunt. There you go. Anyway, coming up, we got a lot in store for you. You need one. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to say that. But, I mean, I can help you find one here if you want to. It's Atlanta. Anyway, guys. Hello, Radio Man. Thank you for making my day, said God from heaven. Good morning to you out in California. I appreciate you being with us. Coming up, we're going to do a little strange, unusual news. We're going to talk about a woman in London who claims to be a singer-songwriter, but she also claimed to marry a Victorian soldier that died many years ago and divorced him because he cheated on her. I guess he was ghosting her or something. And Titanic 2 is set to sail in the near future. Well, they've been working on it since 2020, but the pandemic shut them down. Atlanta is crazy. You got that right. So we'll talk about that, plus what a historian has to say about flying brooms. It is Weird Wednesday, and we'll get into all that throughout the morning. A little wrestling preview for AEW Dynamite and so much more. But first, let me ask that poll question, which is getting to be a hot one. Since Titanic 2 is being built by this billionaire, a billionaire announced for the second time in the last couple of years that he's planning on building Titanic 2. His name is Clive Palmer. And he said, the reason we didn't get this, that, and the other is, Titanic was the submarine. It was a submarine, I think. Titanic 2 was a submarine, I think. Oh, that was Titan that happened. Titanic they're going to make another ship. So do you think Titanic 2 will sail the sea one day? 50% of you say yes when this guy's working on it. 21% of you say no. And 29% of you are like, maybe, maybe. That's what anytime we say maybe is like, well, maybe, I really don't know. I really don't care sometimes. Yes, I did. It was actually the Olympic, and vice versa. It took out. Yes, I did. They actually, what you're saying is true. Goat says, did you know that the Titanic was actually the Olympic and vice versa? So he could take out an insurance claim, and he meant to sink it. And he also had his business competitors on the boat. Yes, we talked. You must have been listening to Randy Rocket Cody, who's been on my show before. That was his theory behind all the stuff that had happened. From MetalDen.com, Randy Rocket Cody. He's been on the Wednesday show before. We talked about that many, many moons ago. So, yes. I'd be like, is that conspiracy theory? No. What they're saying makes sense. Conspiracy theory is thinking the lizard people are real in the corner. Conspiracy theory is not a rich man going, let's switch the names and sink the boat and get rid of my competition. No, that's what rich people do. They'll kill you off in a minute. You got that right. I heard a long time ago on a YouTube somewhere when I was in high school. Cool. Nick, what are you doing this morning? Can I please give you a what? Golden shower? No, thank you, Nick. But you can do that with anybody else, then I don't care. I mean, I'm not into that, but if you want to do that, that's your thing, Nick. I don't judge anybody. Just not with me, but you can golden shower or do whatever on anybody's chest or both. There's somebody who might enjoy that. You just look up 1-800 escort service and they'll probably do it. Oh, man. That was funny, though, Nick. I appreciate it. Was that Nick? What? You're not going to get me to say it, GOAT. The greatest of all times. All right, let's jump into it. 25 minutes past the hour. 36 degrees in the Atlanta metro Atlanta area. Joe says, shout out to everybody. Chat you up, my best friends. There you go, Joe. I appreciate you. He has video game and movies. He'd really love what we talked about yesterday. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. You guys are gonna love what I'm about to say. You're gonna really get into this one. A road named after a beaver. You guys are gonna love it. Let's take a look at traffic this go around. Brought to you by Killingsworth. Really? Oh, wait. Your time and temperature was brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, and gooey things at all. Micah the Crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. They're heading to my house this Thursday to take care of my stuff. I'm customers of Active Pest Control, and so should you. All right, let's take a look at Killingsworth Road report from Killingsworth Realty. Get ready to go on the Beaver Run Road here, guys. Beaver Run Road. Traffic is looking pretty decent this morning for some of the areas. Gwinnett County crashed out 85. That's going to be right near Pleasant Hill in the center lane. Stalled pickup truck at I-85, also near Beaver Run Road. That's right up near the shoulder. I know some of you are going to laugh about that. It happened about 7:30. Should be clearing up about 7:30, I should say. Also, I-20 near Fairburn Road. Use Highway 78 because in Douglasville, that whole road is shut down there, exit 37, because of crash and an accident. Meriwether is a repair going on South Cobb Drive, right between the Fairground Street and Cobb Park for the next, not 1, but 2 months. At least they're telling you 2 months, unlike in certain other parts of Georgia. Heading into Noonan, Bullsboro looking good. Lower Fayetteville Road and Popular Road. Temple Avenue picking up a little bit, nothing major in front of the station. Jackson Street, heading down LaGrange Street, going towards Greenville Street, taking you down Interstate 85 southbound and down towards Granville and Hogansville, clearing there. Small cities, nothing major coming off of there. Just get off at the interstates and enjoy yourself. Get off at Hogansville. That Rogers Barbecue's there. Best barbecue around. Head on down, going into LaGrange. Beautifully excellent location for all the fun and excitement of the LaGrange Rangers and True County Tigers football action. 3 championship teams there, including Callaway Cavaliers out of Hogansville. But guess what? It's all looking good on all looking good on Commerce Avenue as well as New Franklin Road. Head down interstate, continue to West Point, Georgia. Take a right off the interstate in West Point. Still construction going on there. Take a left. Gas up at the Loves with your vehicle and then gas yourself up with an egg and cheese biscuit, sausage biscuit, or even a chicken biscuit from Hardee's. Breakfast at Hardee's right there off the West Point exit. Head on down exit 79 in Valley. All looking good there. But traffic, exit 79 is shut down for the next 6 months as there's construction going on. Head on to exit 77 to get off in Valley and Lynette. Further on down to Casita, Alabama, all looking good. And Auburn. Auburn's just a few miles from Casita. And the university is picking up a tad bit this morning, but nothing major going on. There is some downtown action, including people heading off at about 10 a.m. this morning to get your favorite lemonade downtown, the famous lemonade in downtown Auburn. So that's the traffic. If you see something I don't see, shoot us an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com. We'll let everybody know what's going on. All right, our poll question this morning, since we're going to talk about it a little later on, is Titanic 2 being built? Finally, maybe, could be. If it is built, do you think Titanic 2 will sail the sea one day? 60% of you think so. 25% of you say, maybe, kind of like me. That's what I say. And 15% say, no, man, heck no. No way, and you know what. Leon Messi is the king. I love you, Argentina. There you go. He is the king of of soccer. And taking a look at what's going on with some of your headlines. Let's see. Some headlines this morning you can read for yourself. North Korea tests an engine for a new hypersonic missile. Kim Jong-un's like, oh, I'm going to get another missile. Federal appeals court blocks the Texas law allowing police to arrest migrants. Also, after merger failure, JetBlue now says it will cut back on its flights and routines and routes. Olympic organizers bar Russia from the 2024 Paris opening ceremonies. Wow. Two Mississippi deputies sentenced for their roles in the Goon Squad torture of two African-American men. These are headline news that we'll get into a little later on, maybe this morning. Also, key races for November's general election take shape and Tuesday's primaries. You can check out that on our WQEE key page. Read it for yourself because you know what? Screw this pedo. I'm not a pedo. Actually, if I was a pedo, I'd be wanting to vote for, all the people on the Epstein's list, the Clintons and the Trumps and all of them. I don't defend Chris Tucker. He's a loser, and Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't deserve to win anything else since he's on that list. So, you're probably going to get mad and go, don't talk about my heroes like that. I like pedos. I call people this because I'm against it. Sorry, Maxed Out. I'm messing with you. Maxed Out, you're going to end up liking us like the rest of them. If not, there's some pretty tough cats in there. You're independent, RyanORadio Penitentiary. I got a pretty tough crew sitting right there you don't want to mess with. They run this penitentiary in there. Dadgummit, it might hurt somebody's feelings. All right. Tell it like it is. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I will tell you when I'm telling lies. I quit school when I was in the sixth grade, so I know what I'm talking about. Public speaking won't cause people to get mad. Not that they taught us that in school or anything. All right. Also, Paradise star Patricia Allison says you don't have to be big to be strong in her brand new series. There you go. There you go. All right, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. 33 minutes past the hour. Wait, what's going on there? Getting a little hoarse in my throat. Don't say nothing, Goat. I know what you're going to say. Back in a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put you in a penalty box for safekeeping. Back in a moment. When we come back, we're going to tell it like it is. Stay with us. More news, headlines, and more. It's Weird Wednesday, so we're going to get weird with you. Not that way. Not that way. Not with a golden shower. Back in a moment. I like what he said. That's funny. Yes, I do love the sound of my own voice. How did you know that? TLC. Tender loving Uncared. It's a radio show. I have to do it, bro. Ours is. Thank you, Rob. I will keep scrolling. Thank you for being a part of it. You guys do know that get in here, like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate it. That most of the people I have in here that's already in here would be considered trolls, and they have a good time. So you might not want to get in here. They might make you cry if you want to be mean, or if you don't want them to be mean to you. Good morning from everyone here at what DDL local radio.
Your favorite trail. You get that feeling somebody's coming up on you. What do you do?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, buddy. That's what radio is. You do 4 or 5 times. I was on the radio. I have to do that all over.
As a certified tactical self-
I don't really like the sound of my own voice, but you know what, TLC, you might be right. I'm like you. I like you. Don't get mad. We're not trying to fight or anything. But if you felt like that, I apologize to you, my friend.
You can be your own hero. Classes and private seminars are a
Rob, I appreciate you still saying keep scrolling, but you're funny. That's fine. What's up, Pete? Yes, I'll tell the Navajo Nation as we get back on.
Asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspiration.
You're going to have a good time in here, TLC. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to have a good time. Won't worry about all them little whiny little crybabies on the other YouTubes and radio stations. I don't want you picking at me. I'm sorry about that, TLC. If I said it too much, I apologize. Oh, you won't make it on time. I tell you what, I got to say it about 5 more times for my friend TLC. Good morning, TLC. Good morning, Pete. How you doing this morning? He says good morning to the Navajo Nation. Welcome back into this edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys are in lockdown. I appreciate that. I'll listen for another 5 minutes, says TLC. Hey, like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page. Whichever way is fine. There you go. Pete says good morning to the Navajo Nation. Sweetly says good morning back to you. Sue, Tim, Bob, and Rodney K all saying what's up or hello and all that good stuff. Good morning to Alice, Michael, and David up in Canada, as well as we got to say hello to the fantastic people that are tuning in. Diana in South Wales, Robert in Australia. We have a lot of Australian listeners as well now. Good morning to going out to Kiko in Japan, Konnichiwa. Actually, it's good evening overnight there. We're just saying hello to everybody. And Pete says, blah, blah. We're going to do some Braves country radio for you a couple of times, and like this morning and tomorrow morning, early morning baseball from our friends at Braves Country. They're going to have the full games this evening starting at 3 p.m. San Diego and the Dodgers are going on in Korea right now. I guess Kim Jong-un's like, oh, come and play baseball here. I dictator. People like dictators. You could have stayed in the bed. I hope you're not feeling sick, Pete. Should have stayed in the bed today because tomorrow you got to do inventory and they're going to make you work all morning. We don't like that. I don't want you to have to work too hard. And let's see. La 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 la. You know, TLC, you might have been right about me. I do sometimes like the sound of my own voice. Because it does sound like a radio voice rather than, hey boy, how you doing down there? You gonna tell me, give it to me, I'm gonna ball down there, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get on Alabama football bar there. It sound like old Boomhauer from what is that show, King of the Hill? And there's people getting in this business, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing in this business? What are they doing out here? And how do they get all these people liking them? Because they sound like me, boy. Tell me what I want to hear. I'm not saying that's you, TLC. I'm just saying that's why I kind of like the sound of my own voice. Tired, hate inventory, says Pete. Sweet Leaf says, Sweet Leaf says, I got something for you so you can get through the day tomorrow. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with your life, but I don't think it's radio. Yes, it is. It's radio. I'm really good at it. Why you would say that, TLC? I've been doing it for a long time. Try to make me mad. I'm better at this than anybody else. And if somebody's like, hey, one of them country bars in the middle of nowhere, they call football, think they're good, and they're not good. This is the way radio people sound, man. This is the way all those idiots get on the internet and go, I'm going to say something about the left or the right because I don't even know anything about it. I got a 6th grade education. You know, most of the people you guys watch on here have 6th grade education because they don't even know, government history. I'm going to support them like I do Alex Jones, who's got no education. But it is what I'm supposed to do, TLC. Know your role, shut your mouth. My throat is not dry, you jabroni. I'm just kidding. I do have a schedule. I know more about radio than you do. What do you know about radio? Something you've probably never done it before. Or you got fired from radio, right? People like me fire people. You suck. You have no talent. You know how many times I told people that? They cried. You have no talent. You don't know what you're doing. I don't have an Alabama accent, dumbass. I have a radio voice, dumbass. I'm TLC. I call myself Tender Love and Care because I tender love and care myself because nobody else will. You like Dave Ramsey? He lies to everybody. I don't know anything about money. You're going to not work hard. You're not meant to do anything. You probably have never been in radio. You probably don't know who radio is. All right, let's get back to it before we make Tender Love and Care of himself get mad. Thank you. He ain't Bama voice, bro. Thank you, Pete. Gail's on with us from Tennessee and the Zoo Crew. Sweetleaf says, who's this jabroni talking about you? I'm out here on the Navajo Nation listening to you. That's why you're on 25 stations here. Yeah, you know. TLC are my initials. Tender, loving, caring for myself. Nobody else will. I'm just picking with you. Stop. All right, 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. We're holding it about 38 degrees. I like to mess with people. I don't sit here and pet somebody on the back. I'm not talking about you, TLC, but other people. I'm not going to pet somebody on the back that's got it. Who's bad mouth? Yeah. Who bad mouth? I'm in Tennessee. We love the show. Thank you. Who's bad mouthing you? Somebody named TLC says I should be in radio. I guess it's probably somebody got fired. I don't know. No, because I'm talking about you because you're giving me some great material. I appreciate it. Like the comedian Gary Owens. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lord Dragon the Red. This is 99.1 Radio, WQEE, and RyanORadio Penitentiary, and you stumbled across it, my friend. You got a cool name, Lord Dragon Reds. Now, TLC, you're giving me some material. I appreciate it, though. I do really like you, even though you don't like me. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with some headline news for you. Before we get into the strange and unusual this morning, the IDF, the Israel Defense Force military says it's got concrete intelligence that terrorist operations were responded to be a big part of the largest medical center destruction since Hamas conflict has started with them. Jordan and EU foreign policies ladies and gentlemen, have accused Israel of deliberately attacking Gaza. Wow. We'll see if that goes. You're crazy. You folks crazy. My mama told me that one day that I was going to be like, playing University of Alabama football. I lost my virginity to a redhead. It was amazing. That happened. I'm 45 and that just happened last week. Anyway, we'll tell you more stuff that's going on in Israel in just a few. Also, Corey Collins hammered a Georgia baseball back into the winning column, bashing 3 home runs in an 18-6 win over Wooford. Whoever that Gibraltar College is. Collins became the 12th Bulldog to hammer in the second single on Tuesday, 4 or 5 hits, and Collins is 9 of 18 with 7 home runs. Congratulations to Corey Collins, who will be in the Major League Baseball one day. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more with you. Sweetly says, what's up? Sue says, good morning to you, Gail. Good morning. It's radio, buddy. I was trying to do my radio show, but I'm being interrupted by someone. Back in a moment. You didn't write that bot line. You didn't write that bot line. Back in a moment, we're going to talk about 2 Mississippi deputies arrested for their roles in the Goon Squad, these goons in Mississippi. More on the way is RyanORadio Penitentiary, the most electrifying radio show of all time. And if you're on the internet and it's like, I don't know what radio is, then you know what? You don't know. It is radio, dumbass. Back in a moment. She's in Marietta today. Somebody don't even know jack about this business. Probably sounds like a goddamn hillbilly. Thinks they know things. Sitting in their mom's basement doing nothing. Or it's like, well, you don't worship Trump or Biden, so if you don't worship either one of them, I don't want to listen. Well, you got no life. Sorry, Red. I'm Lord Dragon Red. I had somebody messing, and I came off of what I should have been doing, and I apologize to you. I'm sorry, Lord Dragon the Red. I apologize to you. I wasn't talking about you, brother. I let somebody throw me off I shouldn't have. He wants to get attention. I used to have somebody come here and get attention all the time. All he wanted to do is talk about politics and divide the feed. So, thank you. No, I got to get it back on track so that you'll see what I'm doing. I would like for you to be a listener and get it to all your friends and stuff. So hey, I'll apologize to you. Wish you'd have came in earlier rather than later. And I sure do miss some of the other stuff. But he just wanted to talk bad about everybody. Want to start talking bad about the listeners. I couldn't have that. Not that they couldn't defend themselves, because most of my listeners, like the GOAT, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with him. But we'll get back to it. Right now, we're at a commercial break, so that's why I'm just kind of rambling with you, Lord Dragon the Red. That's such a cool name. You play video games, or you got a video game feed there on the YouTube page? This guy had to pop in on one of my other feeds over here, trying to get in. Oh, Lord. My name is from the Legend of Merwin. Oh, okay, cool. It's Weird Wednesday. We usually do weird and unusual things on Wednesday and have weird guests. Next week, I think we're going to have Horrifying Histories. Brenda Gasky will tell us another strange and unusual news that stains the history books with the blood of the unknown. That's it. That's how you say it. Got a little knocked off this morning. Sorry about it, guys. Here we go. We're coming back. Thank you. I appreciate it, Pete. I appreciate it. We definitely own the night as well as we own the day. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. You're tuned into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You are in lockdown on 99.1 FM WQEE The Key. 50,000 plus of you worldwide tuning in on the Shoutcast and everywhere else all over the Earth Rock Radio here in New Mexico, out there in New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. 25 plus different radio stations that only I am on. No other major major network radio shows are out there. Sweetley's like, you're right. We wouldn't put nobody on here. Sue says, no, we're not going to put no Hannitys or Ramseys on here. I'm not going to say anything about that. I do like them. I do like Dave Ramsey. I don't care. I have nothing against Sean Hannity either. But if you guys say you don't have Mont out there and you got me, that's great. All right, let's talk about some other headline news. We're about, I say about 8 or 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Still to come, we're going to get into some strange, unusual news, including Titanic 2 being built, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. A billionaire is planning on, once again, 10 years ago, he said, we're going to build Titanic 2. Now, after the pandemic has passed, he decided he's going to do it again. So do you think Titanic 2 will ever sail the sea one day? 47% of you say yes, 24% of you say no, and 29% of you say, maybe, yeah. So, welcome into the Weird Wednesday edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Let's jump back into some of the news that you can use, and a little talk of tell me what I'm telling lies to the people who don't like this. But anyway, the second of 6 of former Mississippi sheriff's deputies who admitted to the abuse and torture of 2 African-American men in 2023 were sentenced Tuesday morning 17 years in jail for their time. Jeffrey Middleton, who pleaded guilty in August to a series of state and federal charges, is the second of what will be the 6 guilty pleas convictions this week by the former sheriff's deputies after Middleton's former colleagues, Hunter Elward, was also sentenced to 20 years in prison. Jesus Christ. Everybody remembers these men being beat down, and I think it had to do with one of them was a girlfriend, was an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife of one of the former police officers or something like that, and everything. Militant said he made some poor life choices. He did. He made some poor life choices. We're morally and legally wrong. and his defense attorney tried to make his part of the crime lower, minimize it. On Tuesday, ahead of Middleton's sentencing, U.S. District Judge Tom Lee of Mississippi Southern District said that Elward had committed despicable crimes and that his 20 years is more than justified. So there you go. The other Goon Squad deputies have March 20th sentencings and 21st. So we'll find out more about that today and tomorrow. People just going to beat people up for no reason. Oh, I'm going to do whatever I want. My cancel culture, man. They won't let you kill nobody anymore. What's wrong with our society? They won't let you smack a woman on the butt, be disrespectful to people, kill people that are different than you, use your authority to push people down, be a bully, and then somebody slaps you upside the head and calls you name and you get crying about it. Like me coming back telling people, telling them off and them getting mad and crying. Like I said, there's one guy that used to listen to us. I pray for him every morning. I think he's too stuck in the political world that he's got too much hate in this world, and you can't really feel bad for him. You guys have to just pray. You can't befriend somebody whose mind is stuck in one mindset. You can't befriend people that are stuck in one mindset. Some of these wonderful people come on here, young people, we have to try to encourage them to understand, to look beyond, and most of them do look beyond their world. That's why they are great at video games and friends with all the people they're friends with, and the diversity that they accept. But you can't encourage people to do right if people continue to do wrong like this, and certain people are like, well, I was a part of it, but I was a very small part of it. No. This Middleton guy was a big part of it too. This goon squad went around bullying people, and then they're losing everything. You can't just go around bullying people. It might have been somebody's girlfriend. I don't know what it was. I don't. No. That was the guy. That was Chicago that happened, where it was the guy's girlfriend. This was two guys in Mississippi, and these were all white cops and everything, and they were bullies, And sometimes it's like I heard a pastor on the network here say that some people get in these positions of power because they were bullied and everything. But and this is not talking bad about anybody or cops or anything. We're not going to get into all that. That's not worth doing here. Because we're not in that left-wing nut stuff. We're not in that right-wing nut stuff either, but we're not in that left-wing nut stuff at all. So we're not talking, but we're just saying a few bad apples. And we always hear these stories. And finally, people are being punished for what they're doing. But we have to start thinking, everybody's different than us. And then the people that just want to constantly fight and bombard my rights to do whatever I want to do and be abusive are the ones that usually end up being like these guys, do something to somebody and they come back and go, well, it wasn't really my fault. Or the other four guys were the ones that were doing it. I just, was there. Well, that doesn't hold up in court. It's the same thing as I was just there when they were selling drugs. I was just there when somebody got murdered. No, they kind of look at things like that. Yes, you may. You sure can inject something in there. Lord Dragon the Red, we appreciate it. More still to come after the top of the hour news, and we'll read what our friend has added to our page here if he wants to inject the subject. Back in a moment. Stay with us. More on the way as RyanORadio Penitentiary cruise on. Make sure you respect people the best you can and everything. And as the youth, we get the youth most of the time. Like I said, most of you guys kind of try to get along better. So we'll talk more about this coming up to the top of the hour. Stay tuned. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night.
News. I'm Tasha Stevens. 5 states held presidential primaries on Tuesday.
Thank you,
President
Gail.
Biden and President Trump already secured the nominations of their
Tagging me?
respective parties. And Ohio,
I don't tag. The reason I don't tag everything, Gail, is because if I tag too much, Facebook drops us off. So I tag only very few people that I know that's not going to report me tagging them.
U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021.
Or I don't go over like 4 or 5, I
Foreign
think.
Affairs Committee. Former U.S. Central
So I just want to let you know that, Gail, when you were coming in.
Department's move to order an evacuation from Kabul in 2021 came too late.
My opinion then and my opinion now that particular
Let's
decision.
see, I gotta take that down so I can read it.
flaw
Okay.
That created what happened in August.
I had to read that.
Also, at SRNnews.com,
Acronym for nuclear
New York's mayor is facing a
EMP.
lawsuit.
As the atmosphere attacks against the grid.
Of sexually assaulting a woman
Okay,
in 1993.
okay.
The case adds to growing legal troubles for Adams, who currently faces a federal campaign fundraising
Thank you.
investigation. Suit filed Monday offers the
That's pretty cool
details of claims
for-
filed in November.
I appreciate you doing that.
A police officer and a high-ranking
Not everybody knows everything, so
The mayor
I'm learning something new today too.
attorney for the city.
At least I can admit that, you know, a lot of people can't. Thank you, Lord Dragon the Red, for explaining that. Now go, you can continue with your stuff.
Users must be held to account no matter who they are. I'm Jennifer King.
The back and forth continues in Texas as a federal
And I know Gail is
court puts a
tagging friends and stuff, but I'm gonna let you know, Gail, that
Tuesday night, a three-judge
I'm
panel
not tagging everybody because I don't want to be like thrown off of Facebook.
against an earlier ruling from another panel.
YouTube don't care, but Facebook does.
SB4
And I'm not talking bad about Facebook, it's just their
would allow
rules.
local police to arrest illegal immigrants. Arguments are set to be heard this morning. Texas request to put the law back into effect. This is SRN News. Author and filmmaker Tim
Produces
Murray
upwards of
discovers patterns in
200K
evidence
volts
released two
EMF
films this
wave.
month focusing on the Book of Revelation.
Ah.
One of his new films is titled Times of Fire because the Bible reveals
And
there were persecutions
I know what an
specifically
EMF
in
is, so.
churches that were faithful.
And we're living in a culture right now.
Is that-
in America, specifically
if
where
it-
there are things coming
could
against
that
us
cause-
like we've never seen it before, and we're living in a
Like if
persecution
it's too much is in a
society.
home, Lord Dragon,
We need to do our
it-
light in darkness.
could that
And
cause
the
people
churches
to,
that
like,
are not doing that are
fa-
gonna just kind of go
have
along
fantasies
with
or
it.
see
That's
things
what
or
Christ is looking
think
for.
things
He
are
wants us to
there
be
or
faithful.
get even more sick too?
Preaching from the Book of Revelation because churchgoers may find it scary, but in his view, Revelation is ultimately comforting with his.
I guess my question is, could it make a person sick
More information on
and
his
see
thoughts can be
things?
found at thinkingmannews.com.
That should be my question.
This is SRN News. AAA says gas prices.
This is interesting, guys.
In the past week. Correspondent Rita Funk.
Not only kill the grid, but it will send every battery in overcharge and runaway and meltdown.
What's going on?
Cool. I'm glad it did, Gail. I just want to let you know that I'm trying to keep it tagged down to as limited as people as I can because I don't want to be thrown off. Because that's what gets me kicked off of Facebook. Because I tagged up to like 100, 200 people one couple of days, and it got me thrown off. So that's why I'm not doing that anymore. Well, 24-hour jail, whatever it is, Facebook jail.
Class action lawsuit saying that stalkers
Wow, Lord Dragon, that is interesting.
to track victims.
Lithium-ion batteries into overcharge, runaway meltdown.
Details at SRNnews.com.
And without me having even asked, yes, it can make you sick. I take from what you're saying and gathering. I appreciate you putting that in there. The batteries will turn into unstoppable devices and all turn into bombs. Whoa! Say about my boy right there coming up with something education to give us. We're going, oh no, I don't want to listen to that. I'd rather listen to the conspiracy theories. Lord Dragon, thank you for battery backup, flashlights, etc. Wow. Thanks, Gil. I appreciate that as always.
HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a top expert in medical, health, and life insurance? Look no further than CP.
Today is National Certified Nurses Day. I got a stepdaughter who's a nurse, and my mom was a nurse. Thank you, Lord Dragon. You are. I might have to get you on the air if you're in America. Talk about some of this stuff as a guest. I would definitely like for you to be a guest. This is 5 cubic meters of poisonous gas. And see, this is the stuff that they should be teaching in school.
Is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members.
Now, this last part I've heard before, Lord Dragon. So, but the explanation up to it, I appreciate you putting that out there. Thanks. And I'm not just saying that. I'm saying that because I really appreciate that.
Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Is Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location.
And I'm not saying he is, but if he was making it all up, it's genius sounding. And I know it's not, but I'm just saying, compared to all these people out here to try to send me things going, oh, I want you to talk about this. I'm like, no, this actually makes sense. But we got marine biologists that listen to the show too, so I got to get them on the show. I got to do some things. I got to get some education stuff on here. It might make people mad, but all right, we're getting ready to come back. Wow. Go ahead, Lord Dragon. Keep putting it in there. Because I'll go back and read it the rest of the day. Matt McGee and them armchair quarterbacks.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM. Hi, this is Martin Serena. Asking you to tune into Let Go, Let God.
I was just saying if he'd put anything up yet. Yes, I have seen Fireworks Show. Go away the. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. We'll trigger every battery in the fire. Wow. I'm gonna want to throw my devices away now. Can't throw the phone away because I have to have it for work, but Jesus Christ. It's gonna make me want to throw everything away. Thanks for. We are still going, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite radio show. We are in lockdown with yours truly. Period number 2 underway. Coming up this hour, we'll do a little strange, unusual news, but also we're going to talk about some other stuff because it is Weird Wednesday. We'll have our daily devotion this hour and more. We still got some strange news to talk about and the Titanic questions up on the feed. Let's go ahead and get it kicked off. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only Ryan Neal, and of course, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, Arizona. New Mexico, and the Navajo Nation. 25 plus radio stations and internet together out there I'm on. Plus all over the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, I sound like one of the Three Stooges. Finally, we're on 99.1 FM, WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports and inspirational talk. Oh, my. It's that another great morning. Lord Dragon the Red is on with us, getting us some great information. You need to come to the YouTube page, like, subscribe, and share. And to my haters, I got this to say to you, TLC. Well, whether they like it or not, I am the man around here. There you go. He's still over here on another feed, trying to come on another feed. So he's like, good Lord, you got stalkers? Sue said, I had a stalker one time. Bob says, I had to stalk her as well when she left me. Oh! That's not right. Sue says, I did have somebody for real now. That's funny, Bob. I probably do have some around me, some lithium batteries around me. I will definitely look up the lithium ion battery fires and see the visual effects. Ooh, must make you sick. Lord Dragon the Red has told us a little bit about that in the feed. You got to come to the feed to check this out. All right, coming up this hour, we're going to probably talk about the Titanic 2 selling and falling. Also, a few other things are on the docket this morning, so we'll get into that in just a few. Welcome in, everybody. Alice, good morning. Alice says, good morning. I'm sorry I was not here yesterday. That's all right, Alice. You're not in trouble or anything. Maybe with Gail, but not me. Mike says, yes, you're in trouble. You missed class yesterday. Dave says, yeah. David says, yes. Guys, don't. She's not that bad of trouble. You do have a lot of homework to catch up on, Alice. So yesterday was Twisted Tuesday. You got to find out what movies we talked about. She says, I'll just go back and watch your feed. Wow. They outsmarted me. All right, we're going to be talking about the Titanic 2 today. 10 years ago, a billionaire said he wanted to do it again. And now, 4 years after the pandemic, he wants to do the same thing. So, do you think Titanic 2 will ever sail the sea one day? 46% of you say yes, 23% of you say no, and 31% of you say, maybe. Lord Dragon the Red says, not only will power be gone, but every house will burn. Wow. With those ion batteries. Wow. Average a 12-volt battery, lithium ion batteries, battery management system that completes. Wow, man. 8 extinguishers used on one small fire is no avail. That's a lot, man. That's giving me a lot to think about. Alice, miss you, dear, says Gail. Alice says, thank you. Sue says, yeah, girl power up in here. Yeah, we got girl power up in here. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. Like, subscribe, and share to the page. Answer our poll question and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and kick the morning off, the period number 2 off with a little bit more news for you. Woohoo! Locate, isolate, and okay, I like that. Those 3 words. 2 people have been hospitalized after an attack by a bear in Russia. It happened to a 49-year-old woman who suffered injury to her shoulder, and a 17-year-old man who was treated for a gash in his hand from a bear in a small town of Russia. Police drove the bear right out of town. They're like, hey, boo-boo, get in the back seat. Be right back. I appreciate that. Hey, Boo Boo, get in the back seat and leave, Boo Boo. My name's Boo Boo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in other headline news this morning, the Israel Defense Force military says it's got concrete intelligent information that terrorist operations reshaped the Strip in the largest medical center where a terrorist commander was killed and dozen other suspects were captive and arrested. Hamas is like, no, we didn't do anything. That's what they're saying. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Sue, grateful for you. Awesome people. Thank you for sharing your world with me. Sue says, you are very welcome. Bob says, yes, you're welcome. Tim says, I don't want to share. It's all mine. Laugh out loud. Sweet Leaf says, the only thing we're not sharing is that special Sweet Leaf. Except for with Pete. Uh-oh, Pete. You've been adopted by the Navajo Nation. In other headline news this morning, we'll do a little sports news in just a few, but a nightclub in Nashville, Tennessee is aiming to change the way young people worship by creating an alternative to traditional nightlife, one that centers on preaching Christian gospel. The Cove is what it's called, is an 18-plus popped-up club that has 3 rules: no twerking, no drinking, and no smoking. You can't twerk up in the church, baby. Don't twerk. You ain't been to some of the churches I've been to. They do a lot of twerking. They try to do that Beavis and Butthead dance or that Noonan dance. Anyway, Jonathan Diggs is the co-founder of this of the Cove. He joined News Nation for an interview to share his vision on behind the Christian nightclub. He said it's all about creating a community for like-minded people. This is awesome for the kids. He said a lot of churches don't necessarily have programs that for our audience. It's typically young adult ministries such as high school or college. And then from there, once you graduate, it's like jumping into a marriage ministry or a single ministry, which can propel you either into marriage ministry or single ministry. He says, so for us, it's all about finding a place of community and belonging that for those that are looking to just enjoy being around other like-minded individuals that love to serve God. Whoa. This one's cool. Diggs is one of 7 young black men who found the club. The group has a power on social media, and Diggs said that they have received some pushback from both believers and non-believers, but the group remains committed to their vision. I think it's pretty cool for these kids to be able to do this. It's a weird Wednesday, and we're talking about some weird things. Let me get this out there. Pete says, what you say, boss talking to me. I said that Sweetleaf said that we were talking about people that, okay. Gail said, thank you for sharing your world with us. Everybody says, you're welcome. Sweetleaf says he's not going to, he says, the only thing he's not going to share is that Sweetleaf except for with you, Pete. And Gail says, I protest. Lucky you, Pete. All right. Back to what I was saying. I think this is a fantastic opportunity for young adults to have something. And I know, it's not traditional. I know, it's becoming the world. No, it's not becoming the world. It's God. And it's we're trying to get these young people into believing in God. And all we're trying to tell them is, no. You can't believe in God the way I want you. I want you to believe in it the way I believe in it. Hell, I want everybody to listen to Metallica, but you guys don't. What's wrong with it? I don't want you to be jabronis that follow the masses and listen to public speakers to get mad. But you don't listen to me when I tell you that, okay? So how can we sit here and tell these people they're wrong for what they're doing? They're in their nightclub. There is no drinking, no. Okay, this was their 3 rules. 3 main: no drinking, no smoking, and no twerking. Okay, what's wrong? It's a club with Christian music and Christian values, and They're getting people to come out and, okay, they're coming out having soda pop and everything. Okay. Oh, that's just terrible. Let's push back on that. All the clubs you got in downtown Nashville, from Kid Rock's club to, because he wants to be violent at times, to every other club out there that's owned by some major superstar in Nashville. And you guys want to push back on a club that they don't have no drinking, no smoking, and no twerking in? Come on. It's called the Cove. I bet you Gail will go there. She'll be like, oh, that's cool. I mean, people act like, oh, it's a terrible, evil thing that these people are doing. Terrible, evil. Non-believers are going to push back on them. Like, they're going to get some of the people that are coming in here spending money on alcohol not to go in there. They won't get drunk and fight on the side of the streets. And then we can sit here and say how terrible something is. If this club had been open a few years ago, maybe the man that thought lizard people was real wouldn't have been sitting out in that, wouldn't have set up that RV out there. He may have walked into this place. Oh my goodness. It's not my grandfather's worship. We just get worried about cancel culture too much. We just whine about every little thing. And we tell everybody else they're the ones whining. And then we call them out. They start going, oh, don't call me. Oh, don't call me names. I want to call you names, Ryan. I want to call people like you names, but I don't want you calling me names. I don't like it that these young people are putting together a wonderfully organized nightclub of no drinking, no drugs, and no twerking. Good Lord. The next thing they're gonna say is you can't come in there and take somebody home and have sexual relations with them. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with these young people today? They're trying to get saved by God. Trying to have family, trying to learn family values before they become in a family. Oh my goodness. They're out there dancing to the Christian music, getting that woman's number and texting her and not taking her home that night. Oh my goodness. How terrible this nightclub is. Sweet Leaf says, yeah, right. Sue says, wow. People mad about that. Alice says, man, wish I had a nightclub like that here. I wouldn't have to worry about getting hit on every time I go out. See there? No, you can't have a nightclub for good people that don't want to get drunk and messed up and do wrong. How you gonna make money? How you gonna make money with no alcohol in there? Well, gotta make a lot more money. Someone just walked away with my ink pen. What? Pete, they couldn't do that. 25 minutes past the hour. We are holding at, let's make sure I get the right temperature, because Pete loves his temperature is cold. 25 minutes past the hour. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and Gru can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. This Thursday, they're going to exterminate at my place. 36 degrees out there. Ooh. That dadgum gopher did it again. He lied to all you guys. I told you he was a liar. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Come on, you can. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Ryan, you don't. You tell it like it is. That's why people get mad and come off. They want to hear people that tell them what they want to hear. They do all the time. Just returned it. Uh-oh, it appeared out of nowhere. Maybe it's that same ghost that we're going to talk about this morning that ghosted his ex-wife, the singer-songwriter that married and divorced the ghost. We're going to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about this morning. Listen up. We're going to talk about this morning. Unfortunately, it is Blackberry's weather. It's Blackberry weather, yeah. Maybe that ghost did that. We'll see. All right, Kris Jenner. You know, the one that ran Bruce crazy. The whole entire Kardashian family, every man has ever, except for that Scott, everyone has ever been involved with that family. Something has went wrong with them. Yes, I'm calling it out on here, and I'll probably disappear tomorrow. You'll probably never hear from me ever again because I'm calling the Kardashians out. I'm not afraid to call all the people out on the Epstein's list, but I should be a little bit afraid when I call the Kardashians out. They might make me disappear. Like, who is this guy talking about us? We're coming to get him. Well, Kris announced on her social media as of yesterday that her sister Karen died unexpectedly earlier this week. San Diego County Sheriff's deputies responded to a call for medical aid at about 1:30 p.m. Monday. When deputies arrived and paramedics arrived, they attempted life-saving measures on Karen, but were unable to revive her. Wow. Full story on the WQEE key page for you to read as well. Woo. Wow. Man. Wow. All I'm going to say is wow. We'll see here. What do we got going on here? A congressman's brother killed. Primary projections: Biden, Trump win Arizona, Florida, Illinois, Kansas, and Ohio for both of their bids for president of this year. President of the nursing home. I said it about both of them. Oh no, somebody's going to get mad at me. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. Oh my goodness. I made that little joke at the end, but I was telling the truth there about what in the world how is my phone going to be dying? Hold on a moment, guys. Let me see why my battery is not charging. Back in a moment. All right, JetBlue Airways, ladies and gentlemen, will serve at several cities and reduce flying out of Las Vegas to move as a retreat and to focus on the stronger markets after years of losing money. The changes will also help the airline cope with the grounding of some of its plans of inspection of their engines as well. Beginning June 13th, JetBlue will pull out of Kansas City, Missouri, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. These markets are unfortunately unprofitable, and our aircraft cannot be utilized elsewhere there, so they're going to move in. Also in June, the New York-based airlines is going to have several destinations from Los Angeles, including Seattle, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and Miami. It will end its flights between Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Atlanta, Austin, Texas, Nashville, Nolens, and St. Louis, as well as Salt Lake City, and service between New York and Detroit. So looks like the airlines are going there. Looks like they're going there. Love, money for Ryan. Thank you. Shoot us an email there at 99Classic. You can actually go to our Cash App at $RyanShelander. Thank you for reminding me there. $RyanShelander, RyanShelander. Make sure you guys drop me a little money in there. All right, a JetBlue airplane is seen March 16, 2016 at JFK International Airport. And of course, they've been losing flights out. So they're going to just go to the major cities and everything, which I can see. I can understand that. You have all these choices. And at least one of these airlines give you, whenever you buy with them, you get free airlines free miles and stuff like that. So 30 minutes past the hour, 36 degrees, your time and temperature. Thank you for being back, Lord Dragon. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down just for you. They're going to come and take care of my home on Thursday. All right, still to come this morning, we'll have our daily devotion at the end of the hour, but we're also going to talk about Titanic 2 returning, finally, maybe. This is the second time in the past 10 years that this billionaire says he wants to build a second Titanic. Plus, a 40-year-old singer-songwriter from England says she married and divorced her husband. He was a Victorian soldier in the 1800s. He was ghostly. And she said he cheated on her. I don't know how she found that out. I probably have a lot of questions. We'll have to get together one day and talk about it, Lord Dragon. I will shoot me an email at 99classicrock@gmail.com. Thank you for helping us out, brother. All right, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment. Right after this. I don't want to make somebody mad by saying taking a break too many times.
Are you ready for some sun today? Well, you're active with the forecast for this.
I probably have plenty of questions. I'll just have to, but I appreciate what you're doing. It's going to make, it's already put it in my head to go and check things.
Around 5 to 10 miles per hour from the west. Partly cloudy skies going into tonight. Low near 46. Winds light and variable. Thursday, well cloudy. High near 68. Winds light and variable. A 50% chance of showers to take you into your Thursday night. Low near 50. Light and variable winds. For Friday, we've got plenty of rain coming in with a high near 59. A 100% chance of showers to take you throughout the day. Rain early, cloudy by the afternoon. More showers by the evening. High near 59. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Of course, on Friday night, a few showers here and there with a 40% chance of rain. Low near 47. That's your active weather forecast on this Wednesday. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Enjoy your beautiful day ahead. Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home, offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bed bug, vermin roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7.
Let's see what else we got here. I don't want to get into that this morning.
Active Pest Control, repair, bond, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street, Newton, 770-954-9941.
Moving is a big decision. Selling or buying
I appreciate you putting it up there because you know what? Lord Dragon, us hearing about that mate is great information for us, I should say. Trying to say it right. Well,
Family fun is back in Lynette. Primetime Carnival and Joint Communications present the Lynette Spring Carnival, April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun.
we got another carnival going on.
Open nightly 6 p.m., 2 p.m. for weekends. Lynette Spring Carnival, Highway 29, Old Neal parking lot in Lynette, Alabama. April 2nd through the 7th. Family fun for you and me.
Firefighters are warning about these batteries, but no one has made the connection to the fact that China has flooded our market with these explosive devices in it. Oh, yes. You're right, they haven't. You know why they haven't? It don't fit their narrative, brother. They want us divided over politics rather than helping one another out like you're helping. Late night while cooking, I was listening to who? Who's that you were listening to?
Show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday via digital download link that never expires. That's 24 classic radio shows per
So
month.
basically what you're saying, Lord, is homeless people are the ones that are actually in less danger than the rest of us.
Visit Hollywood360radio.com to subscribe. That's Hollywood360
See how they treat these people, huh? When they're the only ones left. I appreciate you helping us out. That is, wow.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newnan, Georgia.
Oh, a German band. Okay. I didn't know that's what it was, a German metal band. Is it a German metal band? Yeah. All right, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We got a few more things. We're going to dive into a couple of strange, unusual news stories. I want to put this out there, but it's not strange and unusual, but it is something that nobody's talking about except for Lord Dragging the Red on our feed. He was talking about lithium batteries and all of these different things from, flashlights to even, that battery that's up there in your alarm system. He said firefighters are warning about these batteries all the time, but no one has made the connection to the fact that China has flooded our market with these explosive devices. It could cause an explosion. This will cause a lot of house fires, and an atmosphere nuclear EMP will trigger. So he was talking about the EMPs earlier in the feed. You guys have to come to the WQEE feed and get all the information and everything. He's going to drop in a few links there for us, and I'll appreciate that. And if you want to shoot them to us at 99classrock@gmail.com too, my friend, I'll be happy to put them on the WQEE page. So I want to get out there. I want to thank one of our listeners for tuning in this morning. And every time we get one or two troublemakers that want to cause fights, we always end up getting somebody like the Lord Dragging the Red in there that's got some information for us. So we'll appreciate that young man and what he's doing. All right, we're going to talk about the Titanic in just a few. Titanic 2. Do you think Titanic 2 will ever sail the sea one day? 46% of you believe so. 23% say, no. And 31% say, well, maybe. So that's our poll question this morning on the radio dial. I started doing the poll questions because I saw how successful they were on the Rod Peterson show. And it makes my feed go up a little bit more when I have those. It's like, well, okay, because it's helping me out. YouTube's been giving me a lot of pats on the back. Very good job, young man. We got some sports news for you this morning. We'll get into that and AEW Dynamite coming up in the next hour. But first, let's talk a couple more headline news before we head into the strange and the unknown. Well, some of these headlines have been strange and unknown anyway. A federal appeals court late Tuesday blocked a Texas law permitting state police from arresting migrants suspected of illegally entering the country hours after the Supreme Court allowed the legislation to take effect to actually arrest them. Oh, okay. I don't understand either thing. We've got hard-working men and women that are in the National Guard down there from 5 or 6 different states having to protect our borders. And I don't even know what's going on with some of this stuff. I know somebody down there at the border who's out there, and they said, it's not what you're thinking the news is telling you. They're getting mad about it. They said they have some people sneak through. They get them, send them back. They said it's not quite what everybody thinks. They said it's too political when it's not political for them. Anyway, the block late Tuesday was issued by the U.S. Court of Appeals in the 5th District, further drawing out litigation over the Texas Senate bill, which would allow them to be arrested. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed the bill into law last year, making it a criminal offense to illegally cross into Texas via the Texas-Mexican border and have jail time. Well, then you're keeping them here too. Put them back. If you're going to arrest somebody, can we send them back instead of all of the stuff that is affecting everybody? Because arresting somebody for coming over is just as bad as the people that are coming over if there's no room here in this United States for them. But hey, whatever. 2 different sides of a coin. There's always 2 different sides of a coin. Two different thoughts processes. The law was met with litigation from civil and human rights organizations on the ground that will lead to them saying racial profiling, family separation, and the harming of migrant communities. In January, the Biden administration filed its own lawsuit accusing the law in Texas of being immigration control from the federal government. So we'll see how everything goes. We'll keep you abreast of what's going on with all of this, with our border report, the real border report that's going on. Somebody like, I don't like it, I do like it, I don't like it, I do like it. I don't know why people are arguing so much over things that they don't even know what's about. It's the same thing as, let's argue over the Hamas-Israel war. Yes, you can stand behind Israel because that's what we're told to do, but we don't know what is really going on over there. It's what's going on in their lands, and the fights between everyone is between them and not our opinion. That's why I just give the news on it. It's not our opinion. Same thing with this border. Yes, it's affecting the United States, but how is it? What is it? Why do these people want to get into a United States when we're so far divided? What is going on? Now, I have seen some so-called, and look, this is not real. You see this stuff on the social medias that, hey, they're giving all of this $1,400 or $2,700 or how much, $2,800 a month to immigrants, illegal immigrants coming into the state. You should get yours. Well, you know what? You know what I've done? I've took all that, I've called them and did my own investigative reporting, and I've come to tell you that it's not what you think it is. They're not trying to give you money, and no, everybody's not getting money, and it's got to do with either getting insurance or them getting money. I know someone who was supposed to get one of them subsidy cards to help pay their rent and everything. All they got was insurance. Good morning, Sunset. How you doing? And they lying. Maybe they're using your name and that card to get it for themselves. I don't know. So what I have done my investigating, because I'm like, people are fighting and divided over this, and I'm tired of my friends and family fighting and with different point of view, and they can have different points of view if they want to have different points of view instead of wanting to kill one another. So I got tired of it and started investigating for myself. Thank you, Lord Dragon. I'll check it out in just a minute, bro. So I check on all these scams on the internet. They say you can get all this kind of money because people are needing money and people are needing it. I'm like, I'm going to check this. I'm going to see if this is real. See if they'll give it to me. You got the, even if you go with, I'm the poorest son of a gun there ever is, and I'm only making this much money and da-da-da-da-da, you're still not getting it. They'll sign your name up and use your name for something, and then that's it. And then nobody gets anything. I've been doing research on this. I signed up for something to see if I could get that $2,800. And I wasn't trying to get it because I do need money, but not like that. But I wasn't trying to get it because I wanted to scam the government or whatever like that. I was trying to do it because I wanted to see if this was real. And I want to see the division of them telling you that all these illegal immigrants are getting this much money a month and your tax dollars are coming out, and it's what the mainstream media, or I should say public announcement is, what public speaking is. Public speaking is to incite you and make you angry and get you mad and everything, and tell you something that somebody else is doing so you will be mad. So I want to get in, figure it out, and it's all scams. Nobody's getting anything. None of those people coming over here getting anything. Maybe some of them are believing the same scams on the internet, and they come here and they're, then they become a drag on society. Like people sitting up in Chicago. All those people who were in Chicago from there. I'll check those links out, brother. I appreciate it. It is Satan's plan, Pete. $6,400 a month. Yes, that is not real. Those things are not real. Those are just little taglines and stuff that they want to get you to get in there, and then you call. And I was like, all right. I saw it a couple times, and I was like, you got to call. I was like, okay. I said, I'm going to check one of these. I don't know which one it was. It was one of those things that was on there. I said, I'm going to check this out so I can tell my listeners. And I checked it out, and I've been writing stuff down. And I actually started it about February 5th or 6th is when I did the call. It's March 20th, and I haven't seen any of that supposedly sent to me and everything. And I've been writing the dates down and calling back, and they're like, it should be on the way. It should be on the way. If you're signed up for it, it should be on the way. And look, like I said, I didn't sign up for it to get it or anything like that. I did this to tell you guys it was fake. You know, I can't sit here and say, hey, do this or don't do that, and this is what's going on, that's going on, without actually participating in it. So, yeah, so watch out for those scams online. I knew it was a scam, just like I know when somebody calls and say, hey, we want to come out, we got a little bit of gravel left over, and we want to, gravel your driveway, and they paint your driveway or whatever. Just a little bit left, and it costs us a little bit. Just give us a little bit of money. Our scammers calling and saying, you need to give us to the elderly people, give us your IDs. This is the law enforcement. So I was like, this is another scam. Let me prove it to these people, because you got too many people in there going, I got to have this. And if the illegal immigrants got it, I got to have it. I'm not making anything. So I said, I gotta get this out here so people know it's all fake. I knew it was fake, and I personally knew it was fake, but I was like, I can't just say it without going through the process. So I went through the process. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of those. It was $2,800 a month or something like that, and I'm still waiting on it. You got a subsidy from the guy. I think it was one of those that kept popping up where the guy was sitting in the parking lot. It was on the YouTube pages or the Facebook or something, and they kept sitting in the parking lot, and the guy's like, I don't have a job, I don't have a home, I don't have anything. Well, here, sign up right here, and you can go right in there, and you got a card you can use to get your medicine and food and everything. So I watched a couple of different ones, and it had the same characters saying different things. So I said, all right, and I wrote them down, and this was in January. So by February 5th, I said, you know what? I'm going to call and see if this thing's real. Imagine every phone, laptop, flashlight, battery backup exploding in a fire and exploding, sending hot metal pieces upwards of 50 feet. That'd be the real deal right there. Ooh, I hate this. Oh, thank you, Lord Dragon. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get weird with you. You think I got weird now doing that call and telling you the truth? Just wait till we get weird with you. And we'll still talk about Titanic this morning. After the break, I don't know which one I'm going to get into. 10 minutes away from the top of the hour, 37 degrees, beautiful sunny skies. One of them's coming up next, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Back after this. All right, let me put that there. I'm going to go check my email right quick. We're at break, so I can. TLC. Ah, thank you. Oh man, I appreciate all these videos. Appreciate all these videos, Lord Dragon. I appreciate it, my friend. Are you in the United States? Are you in the United States?
We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at
Yes. Okay. What part of the United States are you in? I might want to set up an interview with you sometime on the radio show to talk about this.
And we are located at 560 Noonan Crossing Bypass in Noonan next to Art and Jake's.
There's a lot of research material you got, my brother. Texas. Okay. All right. So you're either on Eastern or Central time, because sometimes it varies there.
Do a better deal for you.
Okay.
Than any other company. We have a lot of different
We might have to. I got your email, so I might send you an email and see when we can get you set up a time to do an interview about all this. I'm gonna read over it.
Fish dinners open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
When I call Pete, it's like dollars on different plan offers, different discounts on plans, and not cash. Yeah, they want to get you some insurance.
Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
Now you can get the insurance, it's fine. The insurance is good. Many people have the insurance, but when they start saying, "Oh," and they start calling you every day, trying to get you to change your insurance plan because you can get up to $6,400 a month to help with your bills. I don't know if they're taking that and using that for themselves or not. It could be. There could be some money, guys, that we're not seeing, but they could be cheating you out of it. They could be going, Gail says, "All right, Gail, we're going to give you this great plan and a subsidy card for $1,500 a month." Just an example. And then you go, "Oh, great." And then they keep the $1,500 and just get you the insurance. Could be that. What's up, Cher? How you doing?
Spaced Out Radio. Come join us every night starting at midnight on WQEE 99.1 FM. Together, we will head down a path of mystery.
I will be checking out all this stuff, my friend.
People experience
I appreciate you sending it to me.
UFOs, monsters, from the finest storytellers we know. Tune in, Spaced Out.
Oh, wait. You finally awake?
WQEE 99.1 FM.
Is it snowing there
My
yet?
friends, we own the night.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45 radio show where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
All right. Welcome back in. RyanORadio Penitentiary inmates. You're in lockdown with yours truly. Yeah. Pete says he's not awake yet. No actual money, just discounts. Yeah, some of them, they get you through the discounts. They also get you through insurance or whatever. And like I told you back in January, I looked at some of those and the one about the money situations. Still waiting on my money to come in. Well, that $2,800 to come in, guys. Stop trying to get in. Stop calling my phone and bugging me. I did that for you guys. I didn't do it for me. I did it to show everybody these are scams. All right. Still to come, we're going to talk about a woman, a singer-songwriter from London who got a little freaky with a Victorian soldier from the 1800s, married him, and she got rid of him because he cheated on her. He ghosted her and cheated on her. He's probably hanging out at Pete's job taking all of his pens. We'll talk about that. Plus Titanic, after the last 10 years, twice in the last 10 years, a billionaire said he wanted to build Titanic 2. And COVID kind of shut it down too. Do you think Titanic 2 will ever sail the sea one day? That's our poll question today. 49% of you say yes. 22% of you say no. 30% of you say, well, maybe. You let us know what you think. We'll talk about that and Titanic and so many other strange and unusual news come up in the final period. Plus, I'll drop in a little sports news at the end of the hour to get you ready for some Falcons. This Wednesday, you know what that means. It's Falcons Dirty Bird news for you and prepare you for AEW Dynamite tonight. With that being said and done, we're going to take another short break. Back in a moment. You're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary. Yes, you are. You are. So we're like, is that guy still on? Nope. He's on another feed over here arguing. I'm just not paying attention. Back in a moment. Phillies.
The Jets signed former Chargers receiver Mike Williams to a one-year deal worth up to $15 million. Browns signed receiver Jerry Jeudy to a 3-year extension worth $58 million. Saints newly signed defensive end Chase Young, who was part of training camp after undergoing neck surgery. Nikola Jokic, game high 35.
All right, we got all that. Let's go ahead and pull this back up.
Nuggets knock off the Timberwolves. Nuggets now tied with the Thunder for the top spot in the West. Jalen Green tied a career high with 42 points as the Rockets torched the Wizards for their 6th straight win. Colorado State crushed Virginia in the first 4 of the Big Dance, advanced to the first round, and a date with 7-seed Texas tomorrow. Wagner moves into the first round after clipping Howard. Will now play number 1 seed North Carolina. Dodgers and Padres opened a 2-game set in Seoul, South Korea this morning.
Yep.
To get the 2024.
We had that game on started before I came on.
That's sports. Rod Moss, NBC News Radio.
Moving is a big decision. Selling or buying a home in any market, but especially today's, can raise a lot of questions. Hi, I'm Amy with Killingsworth Realty. My husband Todd and I serve the Coweta and local area. Our purpose at our first meeting is to learn your goals, answer questions, and provide resources so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. 678-525-0047 to schedule a free consultation today to discuss your real estate needs. You don't have to do this alone.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a top expert in medical, health, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine Preston, your trusted agent for finding the perfect plan to fit your budget. She works with multiple companies, ensuring the best option just for you. Don't miss out on the chance to make the right choice for your financial future. 706-525-5931. Speak to Charmaine Preston, CP Financial, your top local sales agent.
Tune in Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 10:30 to listen to the Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show, hosted by me, Ariel Green. Each week, we'll learn ways to be more sustainable in our everyday lives. We'll discuss exciting environmental news, ways to get involved locally, and we'll hear from women of color who are saving the planet in their own unique ways. Be sure to listen to the Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show every Thursday at 10 a.m.
You are listening to live Sports Talk, sports and entertainment radio show, weeknights at 8 p.m. Eastern, live only on WQEE 99.1, The Key, the heartbeat of Atlanta, Southern Wisconsin, and sports.
All right, we'll get into all this coming up in the final period.
Made to order 100%
Strange.
Wagyu beef burgers that are 100% from Red Robin, starting at $6.99, which is 100% awesome. 100% Wagyu beef burgers with fries, starting at $6.99.
I will. That's what I'm going to do, Lord Dragon. I'm going to take time to study it and everything. I appreciate that. And as soon as I get it studied and everything, we're going to get back together about possibly bringing you on the air to talk about it if you want to.
Presented by the Shriners Club. Tickets at Angie's Cleaners, 51 Aces Circle in Newton. Sarge's Baptist Church, they've got the big car show set for April 6th. Rain date is May 4th. Pre-registration is $20.
Oh, yeah, I know what I'm going to do.
467 Sarge Main Street in Newton. Additional information, Buster Meadows, 404-535-1961, or the church itself at 770-253-5859. The Palometta Masonic Lodge's Car Show, Saturday, June 22nd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., 504 Park Street, Palometta, Georgia. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, family fun, food, and
Know what I was going to do? I was going to do this.
770-316-3244. Coweta Forces, connecting Coweta recovery support groups nightly and daily at 36 South BDM.
That works out this.
678-340-5822. Prison to Power Incorporated presents Save Our Youth. Become a member.
Thank you, Lord Dragon. I appreciate it, my friend.
52% less likely than their peers to skip school. 21704-3388. www.prisontopower.org.
Oh, wow.
Newnan City Church, 17 First Avenue, here in the metro Atlanta area of Newnan, asking you to join us for one of our 4 services. Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. inside services, 9 a.m. and 10:30 service outside under the tent. Cool, hip, kids, NCCBM, 6:30 p.m. Yes, 17 First Avenue, Cal. WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
With SRN News, I'm Tisha Stevens. 5 states held presidential primaries on Tuesday. President Biden and President Trump already secured the nominations of their respective parties. In Ohio, Trump-backed Party Moreno is the winner of the GOP nomination for Senate as he looks to unseat.
We can get up to 14 inches or more. We only had 6 inches all winter. Yep. That dadgum groundhog lied to you. That dadgum gopher told you a story.
Testified Tuesday afternoon before the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Former U.S. Central Command Commander Frank McKenzie said the State Department's move to order an evacuation from Kabul in 2021 came too late.
My opinion then and my opinion now that that particular decision was the fatal flaw that created what happened in August.
Also, at srnnews.com, New York's mayor is facing...
You're going to be in Ryan's bunker.
Eric Adams of sexually assaulting a woman in 1993. The case adds to growing legal troubles for Adams, who currently faces a federal campaign fundraising investigation. Suit filed Monday offers the first public details of a claim brought in November. At the time, Adams was a police officer and a high-ranking member of the Guardians Association. The mayor denies the allegations.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Attorney Megan Goddard asked the AP not publish her name, but says the accuser believes sexual abusers must be held to account no matter who they are.
I agree. No matter who they are, no matter what side of the aisle they're on, they should be held accountable.
Late Tuesday night, a 3-judge panel at the 5th U.S. Circuit.
We got to stop not believing just because we don't like something.
Another panel that put the law, SB 4, in effect. SB 4 would allow local police to...
Over in the Navajo Nation. That's right. That's right. That's my bunker.
Texas request to put the law back into effect. This is SRN News.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo.
All right, we're getting ready to come back, I think.
Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably 10 each.
75.
What if I told you that this Domino's Perfect Combo is only $19.99?
Oh, okay. I'm starting to see this change.
Pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's Home Advisor.
Home Advisor.
Home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability.
Getting ready to come back and have some fun.
And what my wife loves most is that Home Advisor.
We have a lot of rain forecast too. Getting our moisture all at once. We are in a drought, so we need it.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location.
It never droughts whatever side of the country I'm living on. It was droughting on this side of the country when I was living on the West Coast.
Fish dinners.
Now it's droughting over there. I'm going to have to come around more often.
On the 4 p.m. is Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
Hank Arnold here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newton's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at
You guys ready?
www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Family fun is back in Lynette. Primetime Carnival and Jordan Communications presents the Lynette Spring Carnival, April 2nd through the 7th. Rides, fun, food, games, more. Open nightly 6 p.m., 2 p.m. for weekends. Lynette Spring Carnival, Highway 29, Old Mill Parking Lot in Lynette, Alabama, April 2nd through the 7th. Family fun for you and me. Be there.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ryan.
This has been in the driest and warmest winter I've ever seen. My father should be on that side of the country.
Because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest of the...
Here we go. Here we go. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Americans applied for mortgage credit in greater numbers over recent months, even as they face
keep going up, guys. Stay with us. Like, subscribe, and share.
Data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, NASDAQ, which lists shares of some of the biggest U.S. tech companies on its exchange, said it had resolved a technical glitch that affected trading for more than 2 hours before Monday's open, and all systems were back up. The company did not give details about the severity of the problem. Workers at Volkswagen traveled to Tennessee Assembly Plant for seeking an election, joining the United Auto Workers Union, setting up a critical test for UA-joining President Sean Payne's unprecedented campaign to expand the union's reach to foreign-owned automakers in the southern United States. Oil prices climbed about 1%, a 4-month high on Monday, on lower food exports from Iraq and Saudi Arabia, signs of stronger demand and economic growth in China and the U.S. On the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The views and opinions of this show and program.
Mm-hmm.
The views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clients.
He's got that pretty much right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of chemtrails in the sky, says Cher. Tomorrow with no rain in the forecast in Iowa. Well, now it is. They got a little snow coming in this week. All right, final period of play. You and I are going to do some weird stuff. No, not that weird. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the one, the only, Ryan O'Neal. And of course, you are the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide are telling me I am. All over the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud, the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation, and we're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, finally across the Jordan Communication of radio stations, Jordan Communication of Family radio stations, 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of news, inspirational talk, and Southern sports. We are here with you on this TGIW Weird Wednesday. We're going to get weird with you. This hour, we'll talk about a woman and her ex-ghost husband, a man vanishing without a trace, and Titanic 2. But first, I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. If I don't see you again, a very, very good night. Thank you for every one of you wonderful, fantastic, lovely people tuning in to the RyanORadio Penitentiary on the YouTube page as well. Like, subscribe, and share. We got a lot of stuff in store for you this hour, including some sports. But I want to kick off the hour, as always, with a couple of things. First, tomorrow our guest will be Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast, co-hosting with her mother. We'll talk about an unsolved homicide that happened outside of the country. We'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow morning. Plus, Friday morning, you and I are going to get in the ring with Matt Griffin from Action Wrestling. We're going to have some action-packed wrestling, talking about Friday night's event at Mattress Middle School with championship gold, and QT Marshall will be in the house this week. That's right, QT Marshall from AEW Wrestling, formerly of AEW Wrestling, will be here. Tossing hamburgers for all, says Gail. Get those hamburgers, Lord Dragon. She always tosses something at me. So that's all coming up for you this hour. Plus, I'm going to have that poll question momentarily. But first, our daily devotion, which I should have got to last hour, at the end of last hour, brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue, here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. services, 9 a.m. That's inside, 9 a.m. and 10:30 outside under the tent, and 6:30 services for the hip cool kids in CCBM. Check Noonan City Church's Facebook for the lead up to Easter services, and Easter services that day you need to be a part of. Noonan City Church, Pastor Jimmy Ellison, head Pastor Jimmy Ellison, along with Pastor Randy, Pastor Darren, and Pastor Cedric invite you out because they're transforming lives for Jesus' sake. Thank you very much for liking my stuff there, Miss Real. We thank you for that. All right, let's jump into it. It's the 20th day of March from Jesus Listens, Sarah Young's daily devotion prayer book, 2 Samuel 22:34, 1 Peter 5:8, and, of course, Hebrews 3:19. All right, Creator God, your word tells me you make my feet like the feet of a deer and enable me to stand on highs. You created a deer with the ability to climb steep mountains. I've done this before, climb a mountain effortlessly, with little effort, and to stand fiercely at the top of all the heights. You also created me to do so. You redeemed me, making it possible for me to stand on my own 2 feet by trusting you. This gives me confidence as I walk and progress upon my highs and my lows in places of trouble, responsibility, and suffering. What? Revelation 6, 12 through 17 is coming. I'm glad you're a believer, Lord Dragon. No matter what happens, I will be able to stand my ground, and after I have done everything to stand, I will be there. Whenever I'm in the thick of the battle with you, God, please remind me that trust in you. My confidence sometimes is not right, but it does. I know that I must not give up. My assignment is to hold tightly to your hand and just keep standing. This is victory. In Jesus' name, amen. Woohoo! Now that one, ladies and gentlemen, is awesome. Sweet Leaf says, thank you for doing that, Ryan. Every morning you do it. Thank you. You guys were waiting for it, right? Sue says, you do it every morning. We were expecting it sooner. I know. Sorry about that. That's your morning devotion brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. Even our friends on the Navajo Nation enjoy that every morning. Oh, buddy. Sorry about that. Revelation 6, 12 through 17. There you go. Amen says share. Thank you, guys. I like to drop that in. Everybody like, you always, because this is, for most people tuning in for the first time, even though we do a lot of different news and a lot of different things, and we talk to different people with different backgrounds and different opinions, this is a faith-based radio show. Let's just say it like that, because I'm a faith-based man. And people have different opinions on different things. We don't argue. We just do things just so that people don't argue. Sometimes it gets hard not to argue when people want to attack you. Like I got people attacking me over here on another page, but that's all right. I thought I got rid of him when I blocked him on the YouTube, but he followed me somewhere else. Ugh. But I guess that makes me popular, huh? Even my haters like me, right? All right, let's jump into this, ladies and gentlemen. My poll question this morning is about Titanic. It describes out the sun having a periodically occurring in a micronova. There you go. I love it. I love it. Lord Dragon, you are awesome. Hopefully you stay as a listener for a while. Some of the things you have sent to us, we appreciate it. Titanic 2 may be coming back. Not the movie. Anna Marie is with us doing the dance, doing the Noonan dance. She finally made it, finally made it. And I never did ask you before I get into anything else. I never did ask you. We never did. We all been trying to figure this out. We all were talking behind your back while you were gone for a while. I just got to tell it like it is. Why were you gone for a while after the chili cook-off? That's what we want to know. Did you keep making your husband eat your chili because you didn't come in first place? We were trying to figure out where you were. Everybody was worried about you. I was talking about you, but everybody else was worried about you. Well, brother, if you have to go to sleep, we'll appreciate you, Lord Dragon the Red, for being with us from Texas. One of my favorite places, Texas. I got some friends in Texas. His name is Randy Rocket Cody. But that's the thing. I appreciate you coming in here. Just in time to hear that devotion. That's right. Sounds good. Thank you, Lord Dragon the Red. That is awesome. Anna Marie, answer the question. Everybody else was worried about you. I was talking about you, so I'm just kidding. Wonder where she's at. The husband make her mad? She didn't come back. It took her a couple of weeks to come back after that chili cook-off. See you later, brother. All right, my question this morning says Titanic 2, and no, not the movie, because it wouldn't be good to have a Titanic 2 movie. I mean, why? Unless they create one, because there's a billionaire that's been talking the last 10 years about building a second Titanic. Well, do you think Titanic 2 will sail the sea one day? Yes, 47% of you say. 32% of you say, oh, maybe. And 21% say no. So there you go. Friends in Texas as well, said Pete. Pete, you're just a popular guy, bro. You kind of like me. You got friends everywhere. Just can't have friends in Noonan. I'm just kidding. Anna Marie is not answering us. She's like, I don't know what to say to Ryan and them about me not coming back. Okay. If I tell him the truth that I did make my husband eat all that chili because I didn't win, he's going to pick on me. So I'm just going to ignore that question. All right, let's jump into it. We were talking about Titanic. This is the first one I want to talk about this hour. Some strange and unusual news. 16 minutes past the hour, 38 degrees, beautiful sunny skies in the metro Atlanta area. We are holding it that top. Brought to you by Active Pest Control. Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, and gooey things all. Michael the Crew can lay the smackdown and exterminate all of them for you. They'll be taking care of my house on Thursday. Anna Marie says, yes, I did. Did you win, or are you saying yes, you did win, or are you saying yes, I made my husband eat all that chili when it was done? Made him poor man sleep on the couch. Poor guy. All right. A billionaire has announced for the second time in the last 10 years that he plans on building Titanic 2. He better not say, not even God could sink this, because when they said that, God says, oh, really? Here, hold my daiquiri. And then God sank the Titanic. Forget all you guys going, here, hold my beer. God's like, oh, hold my wine. Watch this, Jesus. He said, even I couldn't sink this thing. Watch this. Watch this, Gabriel. Watch this, Michael. Yeah, don't stare God. He can't do anything. My husband switched shifts for a bit, so I had to keep different hours. That's fine. I appreciate it. All right, we got the real story. Too bad. But everybody was worried about you, Anna Marie. They thought, oh, no. We spent about a week talking about you. I mean, worried about you. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Clive Palmer, who is that billionaire, has been the last 10 years deciding he wants to bring Titanic 2. Better not say God won't sink it, because he will. Don't challenge God on anything. He's like, God, you're not going to do something. Oh, really? The 70-year-old billionaire blamed the pandemic for delays of building the vessel and maintained that everyone should keep faith that one day he will build Titanic 2. We were seriously. So that's what the RyanORadio Penitentiary is all about. It's all about being in lockdown together. You become family, and you form your own little gang. Sweet Leaf says, yeah, we got our own little, the women have their own little gang here. It's girl power. We don't mess with the girl power. All the women girl power. Sue's like, you got that right. Alice says, yeah. All right, guys, I better get back to this. Anyway, what do you guys think? You think it's going to ever sell? I'm hoping it does soon, but he just better not say, God can't sink this, because he will the second time. I knew you didn't win the cook-off, but that's why we thought you didn't win the cook-off and you were making him eat all the chili. Oh, come on now. You told all your friends, oh, I didn't win. I come in second place. Oh, you're going to eat all this chili. This is yours for a week. Take it to work. And take it for all of your friends. Anna Marie said, yes, girl power. Say girl power. That's right. That's the top. Every penitentiary has groups together, and girl power takes over. Got Cher and Gail, the OG, so they're the top there. And then you got Anna Marie, and you got Sue, and you got Alice, and every other lady that comes in here joins in. See there, Sweetleaf, you better back off here. Sweetleaf says, I got nobody taking up for me. Bob says, I do sometimes. Pete, well, you and Pete can hang out in the penitentiary. Anyway, smart man, Sweetleaf. There you go. He is, isn't he? Hey, I already know who runs the floor out there in the penitentiary. I'm the warden. I sit up there. I don't care what you guys do. Pete's like, where's our bowl of chili? That was a long time back, Pete. I don't know if you want that chili from a long time back. I mean, you can freeze chili, but got to get some fresh. You want her to make some fresh? All right, Titanic. I wonder if this Clive guy's going to do it. I'd like for him to. Just remember, Clive, don't say, God, even God can't sink this, because God will be like, what? He'll spit out his wine and be like, what did that human say? You mean those humans down there don't think I can do something? It's like non-believers out there going, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this guy, God. He can't do anything. I was like, really? Really? Watch this, Gabriel. I'm going to show this non-believer something. And believers, if we're hardcore believers like us, it's like God's like, I'm going to leave Ryan alone because he already knows I'm real. So I'll show up when he needs me. Which he shows up all the time and just saying, I'll talk to him when he needs me, but I want to go out to this non-believer over here and let him know, hey, guess what? You said I couldn't do so-and-so? Anna Marie said, Sheriff said I just had chili the last couple of nights. Anna Marie said, it was good chili, not enough for the Texas crowd. Oh, not enough for the Texas crowd. Ooh. Did you use beans or no beans? Because that is the burning question that Texas, I don't know if I want to mess with Texas people about their chili. Beans or no beans? Is chili that have beans or no beans in it? Holly likes it hot, fire. Oh, that's the way my wife does too. She likes hers hot. She'll have the chili and then she'll throw in the hot sauce and the Louisiana spices. Beans, says Cher. With beans, says Anna Marie. That's right. That's the way I make it. That's the way I make it. I get a can opener, open it up. It says Hormel on the front. That's the way I make chili. Pour it in the pot. Heat it up. Told you it's Weird Wednesday. 23 minutes past the hour, ladies and germs. We are holding at, can you believe it? Hold on. Can you believe it? We're holding at 38, 39 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area of Noonan. She eats ghost peppers, start to finish. Oh, that's going to lead right into the next story. It's kind of ghostly and scary. But, yeah, wow. I hope you don't eat them whole because they aren't really good for you. Not like that. All right, our poll question still up. You guys like, subscribe, and follow. Laugh out loud. Hormel is good on hot dogs. Yeah, it is. It's good on hot dogs. The Hormel chilies with the beans. I get the chili with the beans. I don't get the regular hot dog chili. I don't like that. I like the beans and throw it on the hot dogs. But that's some good chili. That's how I make my Hormel chili. That's how I make my chilies. Throw on. I'm just kidding. Hey, if you want a quick little chili, that's quick. All right, historian Michael T. Bailey is exploring witchcraft. That's right. He put out a new composition and information about whether witches could fly brooms or not. You know, we had that whole thing growing up that, you know, the witch and her broom, you know, and we'd always say, well, you know, Miss Hayes up in English, our English teacher, she's a witch. See that broom in the corner? That's what she flies into school every day. oh, that's mean, but people say things about their teachers back then. Today they go, look at her, she might taste me. Back then we were like, they look like witches. Anyway, He's exploring the witchcraft mindset of people believing that witches could fly. He has some texts from back in the 1800s where they believed that women would use, if you were accused of witchcraft, you could use a broom or something else that would fly, and it was magic coming from the depths of hell. Well, the depths of hell can give magic to somebody in their imagination. As a believer, I'm like, witchcraft, whatever. I'm not afraid of witchcraft. I ain't afraid of no witches. Modern witches fly on vacuum cleaners. That's right, Anna Marie. I'm going to get to your point in a minute, Pete. I like that idea. Somebody wanted to do that too. But Michael D. Bailey, he's an historian. He says that in history, they could have flew. But the reason they couldn't fly is because they were deluded. The devil would not let them fly. Sounds about like a husband and wife there. You're not getting on your broom and flying. I'm not giving you no magic to make your broom go, honey. The demons and the witches. Typical Friday night out there going to see an Alabama Crimson Tide football game. Make fun of Crimson Tide. Typical night out in the middle of Nowhereville, Alabama. Or do you want? I'm just kidding. Stop getting mad. Yeah. That would be cool, Pete. I like that idea. I'll say it in a minute. But, well, whatever. This historian's proved that witches do not fly brooms. So they don't have that black cat sitting on the back. You can't tell Samantha that from Bewitched. Her nose goes ding, 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 ding. Darren be like, I told you no witchcraft in this house. Darren be like, I told you no witchcraft in this house. Sorry, honey. But everybody was coming over and you only gave me an hour to get food ready. So I went ding, 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 ding. Those are not those kind of witches. Maybe there's a B in front of that. I don't know. Ryan O'Neal, 99.1 WQEE Noonan Chili Cook-Off. Yeah, I'd like to do that. That sounds like a good idea, Pete. Darren was crazy. He was not crazy. He just didn't want his wife using witchcraft because she was more powerful than him. And a strong man, Anna Marie, and all the ladies listening, a strong man, like Darren, wanted to make sure he was more dominating over his wife, who was stronger and more intelligent than him. He had to make himself feel better about himself. You're not using witchcraft. I'm the boss in this house. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. I made him think he was. Just like some of you ladies today make your husbands think that he really runs the household and he don't. I remember the Taste of Noon, and yes, we need to bring that back and do it here at the station. Darren. Yeah. You got to think, that show is all about women power. A strong man isn't intimidated. I know. I'm making fun of that, Anna Marie. That was my little joke saying that he was a strong man when he really wasn't. Yeah, you got to really think that show is about women power, mother-in-laws that get on your nerves, man that thought he was in control of everything, but he really was, and all he was doing was going, just switch your nose. A man that thought he was in control of the whole household, but he really wasn't. All he was doing was going out and making money and paying for it. Paying the mortgage. No problem, Anna Marie. He was powerful. He was a strong man. Yes, you do not use your witchcraft. She used it behind his back. Just like some women, He ain't gonna know if I charge this charge card that he doesn't know about. Hang all this stuff up in the back of the closet. How the heck has she got all brand new clothes and I ain't got nothing but holes in my jeans? Because they found that charge card that was sent to them from a special offer off of television, guys. Hello, Rayson. How are you doing? We're going to take a break back in a moment. Hey, we're getting into couples. We're going to talk about it next. After this break, we're going to talk about a British singer-songwriter who got married and divorced from her ghostly husband. He cheated on her. He ghosted her and cheated on her. Twitching nose. Ding, 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 ding. I think a lot of women still twitch their nose and they don't let us know. I bet all of you guys can do that. Is that Bryson? Hey, is it Bryson? Good morning, Bryson. Good morning. Back in a moment. We're going to talk about this ghostly encounter. Next. Ding, 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 ding. Bison, or is it Bryson? Bryson, yeah. Bryson. Okay, good. I'm glad I got it right the second time. Probably can't see because I'm getting old. Need to put my glasses on and yeah, I can see a little bit better now. Yeah, sorry, youngster. Run them youngsters in there. Oh, get off my lawn. Don't use your education to scare me. That was interesting, huh? He says, hey, I'm older than you. Watch it now. Well, you can try to show a trick, but I don't know how you can do that on here. Hopefully it's not going to be anything. You can do what you want. Remember, sort of kind of a family show. But I'm not going to judge you because I don't do that. We like to have fun, bro, buddy. But yeah, if you can, I don't know how you can do that, but Pete says I'm older. He's older than me. That's because Pete. That means we got to sit out on our rocker chairs and go, "You young whippersnappers, get off my lawn! I know you got a college education. I don't want to hear your educated views."
Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show.
Here.
The Armchair Quarterbacks.
Okay.
Braves Country.
That was like a cool name for a band. Like a Swedish metal band or something. Name. Logo. Or Brazil. Like Sepultura. Yeah, it is a good band. Get off my lawn or I'll hex you. Oh, that reminds me. Wouldn't Darren and Samantha be old right out there? Get over there, Luke. Samantha, you can use your witchcraft now. I can barely move my nose at this age. I'm gonna make that needs to be a good movie. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Getting a little spooky with you on a weird Wednesday. 35 minutes past the hour, 34 degrees here in the metro Atlanta. Not 34, 38 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area. Noonan, very own Active Pest Control, bringing you a look at that. Being a look at that. Being a look at that. Being a look at your weather forecast from Noonan's very own Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Micah the Crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. You're right, Darren would be old and Samantha probably age slow. Get the heck off my lawn or I'm going to have your forehead, says hello. Byron. Says Byron. There you go. All right. Let's jump back into it. You read about this one, Anna Marie. Let's talk about it. I'm in love with my boyfriend, Eduardo. Oh, isn't that sweet and nice? Isn't that sweet and nice? Love comes in everything. Well, this is about to get weird for you. It's Weird Wednesday, so it's not going to be your typical love connection. A singer-songwriter from England has turned her personal experiences into a passion for paranormal investigation. We think that's right. Okay, that's all right. We have TJ Justice comes on the show. He does paranormal investigations. All right. What's strange is love. It's all right to be in love, but I don't know. The 40-year-old goes by the name of Brooms-Court and has attracted quite a following over in recent years because of a rather unusual situation, a very unusual haunting. The story goes that she met the ghost of Eduardo, a Victorian soldier who, when he burst into her bedroom one night, a supernatural romance occurred. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Woo! Ghost. But he didn't ghost her at first, but later on he did ghost her. Exactly how long this relationship was going on and how it worked remains unclear, but she was reportedly so infatuated with her ghostly companion that after struggling to find a venue, she ended up organizing a ceremony at a place called Asylum Chapel in Peckham, London, where the two got married. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Oh, yeah. Ghost Hunters show. Actually, I talked to Jason the other night from that show. They're going to be doing some things on their page. Anyway, yeah, I know. It's like, what? I agree with you. What? They got married. She said, I was so grateful that Eduardo showed up and didn't leave me standing at an altar. It felt amazing that I was finally his wife. She had somebody perform the ceremony, a real life person. Her happiness was short-lived, however, when not long after she became convinced that Eduardo was stepping out on her. He's not only haunting my house, he's haunting that blonde bimbo's house across the street. Ghostbusters. Oh, wow. Yeah. And you know what? She vowed for divorce, ladies and gentlemen, like any reasonable woman would do if they find out their man is cheating on them. By the way, he's a dead ghost, a Victorian soldier from the 1800s or something, by the way, so he's dead for years. She even claimed that he to have the services of someone to come in and exorcise him out of the house because she was kicking him out. He will not haunt me anymore. You get out of this house, you cheating, ghostly beep. I don't know who he was cheating with, but he was cheating on her with somebody else. Maybe another ghost, maybe another woman. Obviously he's one of those kind of guys, ghosts that has a fond for living women, so it had to be another living woman. If this all happens to sound a bit far-fetched, then be assured it's not. There's no evidence, though, that Eduardo ever really existed, and the marriage was no way official, really. Nevertheless, these experiences have gained her a well-known following and helped her paranormal investigation unit in London. This is in London now as they further move forward. She says she sees spirits on a regular basis, but she doesn't see Eduardo anymore. And he can just go and die off for all she cares. In other words, Cardi is ghosting Eduardo. Or maybe he was cheating on his ghost wife with her. There you go. The funny thing about it is she was on a British daytime TV show called This Morning, which they always bring one unique guest on when they're talking with everything. I don't know what to say. What? Guess what? What? I don't know what to say. All I can say is, if you ever get into a relationship with a ghost, make sure you ask that ghost if they are still married. Or make sure you do some research on that ghost and find out. Of course, he was from the 1800s. He was used to having more than one wife. He's not going to be dedicated to one woman because he come from that period where he had a wife, a girlfriend, and everything. So I don't know why Bro Cardi was even surprised he would have done this to her. You're locked out of your house. Daggum, that's terrible, buddy. We can laugh when she's getting publicity. I know she's very popular, making more money than I am. Hey, wait a minute. Pete, don't you have a brother? Don't you have a brother that is married, or cousin that is married to a ghostly woman from the Civil War era? Wink, 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 wink. Let's use that. Hey, Anna Marie, how about somebody in your family being married to a World War II veteran that passed away 20 years ago? Let's use that to get some publicity on this channel. Wink, 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 wink. Ooh. She ghosted him. That's the bad thing about it. She ghosted a ghost. I want him out of my house. I brought somebody to get him out here. I brought an exorcist. He's going to be exorcised out of my home. No, you talking about exercising like you exercise? No, exorcism. She didn't even know what she was saying. Eduardo. There you go. Maybe I'll introduce them to Eduardo. There you go. But you better watch out. He's a cheater. He likes to run around with a lot of different living and unliving women. Sometimes demons. Sometimes he goes to the demon nightclubs and hangs out with the demon ladies. And sometimes Eduardo flies off on the broom with witches. You know what I need? He needs somebody. You know what we need to do? I need to get a therapist to help him out. Eduardo, why do you feel you have to cheat on every living woman you get in a relationship with? Well, in my day and time, I did it. Woo! I still have my girlfriend and my wife on both sides. Poor Eduardo, I know. He was a war hero too. Thank you for your service, Eduardo. And Bro Cardi says thank you for your service, the short amount of time you served her. If you know what I mean. Back in a moment. Nobody understands it.
This day in labor history, the year was 1941. That was the day the battle at Bethlehem began. 14,000 workers at Bethlehem Steel's Lackawanna Mill in Buffalo, New York, walked out on strike. The steel workers organized.
Let's see here. Who sent me this?
Organized Little Steel for years. Little Steel was a general term that referred to the smaller mills like Republic, Inland, Bethlehem, and Youngstown Sheet and Tube. At Bethlehem, SWAT was still waiting for.
I don't want your money. Every time I type, it makes a piano sound. Ooh, maybe that's on your feed. Maybe it's cool. It's scary.
Retired steelworker Mitchell Schaefer recalled in a 1991 interview, I went to work there in the late 30s, swinging a 20-pound sledgehammer to break iron billets. The 81-year-old continued by saying, I got 40 cents an hour, 6 days a week, no vacations. The last straw came when Bethlehem fired over 1,000 workers. Bethlehem claimed these particular workers damaged coke ovens when they engaged in a work stop. Workers immediately formed solid.
Maybe you have a ghost. Maybe Eduardo is here with us. Maybe he's like letting you know, I didn't cheat on her, she cheated on me. See, we never got his side of the story. Maybe she was the one that was doing the cheating. We don't know. Making the Michael Jackson song. Woohoo! Eduardo, we miss you. Maybe she cheated on him. Have you ever thought about that, ladies and gentlemen? Come on.
Mortgage, and we're so excited that we just moved to this new company, and we are located at 569 Crossing Bypass and in the next apartment, Jakes. And we have some great products. Our interest rates are better than any other company, and we also have some great products with the VA. We can do a better deal for you with fees than any other company. We have a lot of different programs.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ron Peterson here, host of the Ron Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listening part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear fun is the best sports talk. Look at the latest of the Falcons, the Braves.
All right, cool, brother. Have a good day, buddy.
Radio show where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening
Hey, guess what, guys? It's opening day in the major leagues. Spring training is official over, and we'll talk about some of the games that happened and some of that's going to happen. Oh, yeah, you just don't know about that. All right, let's jump right back. One more thing about maybe Eduardo was not the one cheating. Maybe she was cheating on Eduardo. Have you ever thought about that? She ghosted him, got him kicked out of the house, got him exercised out of her home. All right, some sports news for you this morning. Falcons news, this Dirty Bird news action. The Falcons have signed wide receiver Darrell Moody, the former fifth-round draft pick, has 37 receptions for 41.4 yards and touchdowns galore in 2023. The Falcons are agreed to a 3-year deal with $39 million for Moody. He's not so moody, is he? His deal also includes $26 million in a final summary. Whoa! She's a witch, says that. Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins, quarterback. First day was March 13th in Atlanta. He brought family out. There's pictures of him, his family, everything at Ticketmaster Studios at the Falcons headquarters in Flowery Branch. Battery Power Braves news. Braves today will be first game of the regular season. 1:05 today. The Atlanta Braves play host to the Toronto Blue Jays in the first game of the regular season. That's coming up today. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you heard on Braves Country Radio today and tomorrow morning early, Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Diego Padres in Korea. The Dodgers beat the Padres in game one of the first regular game of the regular season, 5-2. 6:05 a.m. will be game two tomorrow morning. And San Diego was the home team today. Dodgers will be the home team tomorrow. And finally, AEW Dynamite preview double feature. What? TNT Championship main event tonight. Christian Cage defends that title against Adam Copeland in an I Quit match. This is in Toronto. Chris Jericho takes on Hook. AEW Continental Championship on the line. Eddie Kingston defends against Okada. Toni Storm and Maria May takes on Deanna Perez and Thunder Rosa. And Mercedes Moné speaks again tonight. Plus, the Hardys may be there. We'll see if anybody else shows up from the Don Callis family or anything else. It is AEW Dynamite tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. on TNT. Cher, are you making tacos? Cher is making tacos? What? Tacos are good. I like tacos too. All right, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We got Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast. She'll be our guest in period number 3. We'll talk about an unsolved homicide in small town USA. We've got true crime news for you. We'll dive deeper into some of the true crime news stories and get you a daily dumb crook of the day tomorrow, all on the True Crime Thursday edition of RyanORadio Penitentiary. And on Friday, we're going to dive into the ring in the final period as Matt Griffin, CEO, owner, and wrestler himself of Action Wrestling, will be with us on Friday as we talk about the Mattress Middle School Mayhem. This coming up Friday night. Doors open at 6. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Hold off. QT Marshall, formerly of AEW, will be in action this Friday night. It's going to be in our neck of the woods in Noonan. So get ready for all that. Coming on Friday, wrestling wrap up, and we'll talk with our good friend, the one, the only, Matt Griffin. Yes, Pete says he's missing tomorrow. I can't, and that just doesn't work for me. You're going to have to tell the boss to let you just listen to the radio or turn your phone on and listen. Because if he can't, me and him going to have a problem. And finally, this morning, our poll question in the morning, we're closing it out. We talked about the Titanic 2 being built the last 10 years. Clive Palmer is going to build it again. He said, don't worry, it's coming. Do you think Titanic 2 will ever sell the sea one day? 49% of you believe so. 21% of you say no. And 31% of you say, well, maybe if he ever gets it done. And I say, you're right. All right, guys, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. True crime theory, except for you, Pete. We're going to have to let you out on work release tomorrow. We're going to have to let Pete out on work release tomorrow because he's got things to do at the job. So you get that 1 day pass. Don't get in any trouble now, Pete. You guys are tuning in to RyanORadio Penitentiary and Lockdown. And we'll tell everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Share, be safe with that winter weather coming in Iowa. And report back here first thing Friday morning to the RyanORadio Penitentiary, Pete. Or I'm going to have to send out the girl power group to come get you. And you're not going to want them to come get you. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, love, respect. I'm out here. Stay tuned for Health, Happiness, and Harmony with Dr. Lewis Boynton coming up at the top of the hour. We'll follow that up with Calvary Fellowship Church and the best sports lineup in the business, Rob Peterson Show. Sports beat Richard Holdridge and Braves Country Radio replay of Dodgers versus Padres from 3 to 5. And Rick Smith takes over at 5 p.m. Thank you. Best wishes to Andrea. I'll tell her. You guys have a great day. Peace, love, respect. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Most of you. Pete, you got a work release program, but be back here bright and early Friday, or we're going to have to come send the old Red, the dogs out to get you. But see you guys later. Thank you guys for being with us this morning. New listeners and all, we appreciate it, as well as great information from our good friend, Lord Dragon the Red. And guys, we appreciate it. Tune in tomorrow morning. We're going to end the poll right there. We're going to end the show. We'll see you guys. Have a great day. We will return tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.